Hey guys, welcome to the Cerebral Palsy and Fitness podcast. I'm back with another episode, and today I have Extreme Motus, Sam and Ryan on this show. Welcome, Sam and Ryan.
Hey, David, thanks for having us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm definitely excited to learn about not of Sam, of Extreme Motus, and how you guys became such a sensation on TikTok and how people follow you everywhere you go. And it's amazing how you've been able to inspire so many people. And I definitely would like to know about that journey, how you guys began.
Okay. Me, Ryan, started the journey with my brother and Ryan are friends. A lot of people get I use his brother. I use his dad.
Sister. A lot of people have different sisters.
Yeah.
So Sam and I's parents were friends, so we kind of knew each other growing up, and I was really good friends with Sam's older brother, and we used to take Sam everywhere because he has one of those parking passes so we could park up front.
Oh yeah, free parking, can't beat that, right?
The VIP parking pass.
VIP parking.
Well,
yeah.
Sam's older brother, his career took him out of state, and so Sam and I still hang out.
Yeah.
And I ran into this company called Extreme Motus that makes these off-road wheelchairs.
Yeah.
And so I called up Sam and I was like, hey, do you want to help me advertise these wheelchairs? And so he said yes, and we go out and do all sorts of dumb things and get banged up and have fun and keeps me well, sort of. I could use a little more exercise, but and a little less coke, but it's good exercise, and it's good to a lot of people who use wheelchairs, they have a hard time getting outside at all.
That's very true.
And that can lead to things like depression and stuff because you need some sunshine once in a while. So it's helped me get out more. It's helped Sam get out more. And we've gone on adventures to places that even though we've lived in Utah our whole lives, we haven't gone to a lot of these places. So it's opened up doors for both of us.
So was Sam diagnosed with CP as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sam,
yeah.
So Sam, you were diagnosed with CP when you were at birth, right? Or was it later on?
At birth.
Okay, just like me. I was at birth as well.
Sorry.
So what challenges did you face early on in life when you were growing up?
That hard and
what's one of the hardest things about having cerebral palsy?
Getting out of bed every morning.
Getting out of bed every morning. Yeah. Because you need help?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that there's varying degrees of cerebral palsy. And
how bad is your CP?
I have spastic hemiplegia cerebral palsy. So my cerebral palsy only affects the right side of my body. So I was actually born for the first couple of years. I couldn't read, write, or walk. I was basically told I'd be a vegetable for the rest of my life. And luckily, I had good parents that were willing to take me to therapy and really put me in gear, because I was on a path early on in life with, with my biological mom who didn't really know how to take care of me. So my stepmom was the one that kind of said, hey, you need to take your son to therapy. Otherwise, he's going to end up like this. So she took it upon herself to do all the work and to get me into shape and do all the therapies. And here I am today. And of course, Sam and I are kind of proof and testimony that regardless of what we face in life, we both can achieve our goals, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, Sam's cerebral palsy sounds like it's a little more severe than yours. Like it's hard for him to use his hands. Yeah, he needs help with most things in life, but in spite of that, he still is able to, like we both work for Extreme Motus, and as a company, we've been able to go out on TikTok and Instagram and generate tens of millions of views that have helped get the off-road wheelchair in front of a lot of people who need it.
Yeah.
And no one else can do that but Sam. Like he has this infectious laugh and this excitement for life and going out and going on adventures that not many people have. So he brings value to the company as an employee that like I can't do it by myself. You know what I mean? I need Sam, else nobody would know about us. Nobody's watching our TikTok videos because of me. They're watching it because of Sam.
Yeah, he's the face of Extreme Motus, if you think about it, up there in Utah.
Yeah, absolutely, he is.
Yeah, he definitely, I could definitely see that infectious laugh and that motivation behind him.
Ryan said, I like the point of Extreme Motus.
Yeah, he's like the Vanna White of Extreme Motus. He's the eye candy around here.
The eye candy. Yeah. I like that. I like that eye candy. So what prompted you guys to kind of start working together? When did that kind of come into fruition?
Well, I was working at a job that I wasn't real happy at, and I was looking for freelance video work, and I found Extreme Motus. I found this company that says we need people to make videos of our product outdoors. And so I clicked on the job, and it was an off-road wheelchair, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is perfect for my friend Sam. And I know Sam and his family to be a very outdoor oriented family, and these wheelchairs are built like 10 minutes away from where their house is, and they didn't know that this product existed. And so I was like, man, are these guys bad at advertising? If Sam doesn't know that these exist and they're only 10 minutes away, and I could see it as the perfect chair for Sam, then it must be the perfect chair for many other people who don't know that it exists.
Yeah.
And if we can just make enough cool videos, then the sales will kind of take care of themselves, and we'll just go out and act like a couple of idiots a couple times a week, and people will start buying wheelchairs.
That's awesome. How do you guys handle the I guess the pressure of like all these people following you, all the positivity, and then some negativity that you might face that's associated with like just the TikTok in general? Do you guys face any of that?
We get what's called Karen. I list some to call Ryan and say, I see a video of the young man beat up. How is he doing?
Yeah. You know the term Karen. Sorry to any of your viewers who are named Karen. I know.
It's all right.
So the phone number for Extreme Motus is my phone. So if somebody calls, I'm the one who answers. And that's kind of how our marketing strategy works. Is they watch our videos, I answer their questions in the videos, and then when they call and I say, hey, this Extreme Motus, this is Ryan, they go, the Ryan from the videos? I go, yeah. So like they already know me a little bit. So we had a Karen call one day, and
oh Lord,
she was like, I saw this boy in a wheelchair and he was being tortured and abused and being thrown around, and he was unhappy. And I was like, well, I'm glad you called, because now I can tell you why you've never been more wrong about anything in your life. And there's people that wake up in the morning just hoping they can give someone a piece of their mind. And I think that she called expecting to get an apology or something. And I was like, I didn't give her an inch. I'm like, let me explain why you're 100% wrong. And she kept trying to like argue with me. I was like, no, that's not correct, because you're wrong. And then eventually she hung up on me, and I started texting her, because I kept asking her, what video are you referring to? And she couldn't really describe it. So she hangs up on me, and I text her a link to a video. I go, was it this video you were talking about? And she goes, no, it isn't that video. I go, well, was it this one? And every video that I texted to her was another video of Sam just like laughing hysterically and having the time of his life. And finally, I got this woman to apologize to me, like, you know what, you're right. I was wrong. I can see that he's having a good time. I was like, thank you.
Yeah, that's
most of the comments and stuff are positive that we get. Like, we are out there showing people that you got to seize the day. And these adventures that we go on, sometimes they're spontaneous and we just get up and go that morning. But often, because of our busy schedules, they take a lot of planning to do. And that's, one of the lessons of life is you have got to make it happen. It doesn't just happen accidentally. You have got to plan, figure it out, and make it happen. Otherwise, you end up just looking at your phone all day, and then lost another day of your life to looking at pictures of cats on the internet. So make it happen.
Yeah, one thing that I noticed about you guys together is you're teaching people, forget the disability, forget all the negative things around it, surrounding it. Have fun, enjoy your life, embrace it, love yourself and love life regardless of what you face. That's what I see when I see you guys.
Always going to be an excuse to and Sam is in a wheelchair, so that some people might use that as an excuse. Well, I'm in a wheelchair, I can't go out and have fun. I can't go on this hike with the rest of my friends. But we have a way to make that happen now. So
what's the best part about going everywhere what's the best part of traveling that you guys have done, especially with Sam? Sam, what do you like the most about the attention, the positive attention and the traveling? What's the best part of it?
The travel is fun because the travel I get to do with my parents, and I get to do it with Ryan and his wife and his kid and his mom.
In other words, Sam's like talking about inclusion, and now you can go on trips with people, and we can plan trips to places like national parks and state parks that were, off limits before. But now we can go on trips together, and he couldn't do that before. He'd have to go somewhere with like a sidewalk. And now the whole world is open to us.
What I don't care about side.
Yeah.
Is the chair difficult to transport? I mean, you'd have to have a van, right, to transport it around?
We have Ryan's truck.
Yeah, like a pickup truck is best, but you can go inside a minivan pretty easily too. It chair is big, but it folds up. It has like this long front wheel that comes out, and there's 2 pins you pull, and that front wheel folds up into the seat. So it gets a lot smaller, but it still takes up some space.
There's a video in our profile where Ryan almost hits me.
I'm folding up the chair, and I kind of was like brand new to the chair, and I went to fold it up, and almost fell over, and the handlebar almost hit Sam in the head.
Oh boy.
We had a major laughing attack in that video.
Yeah.
Yeah, those chairs can attack. You never know, right? They're very they can get back at you.
You have to keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
So what's the goal with Extreme Motus? What's within? I mean, I would say, is that a long-term thing? You guys want to make it into a global phenomenon where everybody can have access to it around the world?
Well, we've shipped a couple, like 3 chairs to Canada.
Yeah.
And we've shipped 1 to Australia. But so far, most of the chairs have been sold in the United States. It's because they're kind of hard to ship. We started looking at going further away. But because of our success on TikTok, I've had plenty of emails and phone calls from people all over the world. And I just kind of tell them, like, the best thing that you could do is buy a plane ticket and fly here and fly home with it, because shipping it and the customs and the stuff, it's just going to be cheaper to buy a plane ticket and fly here. So then that usually fizzles out. But I think someday we'll have dealers in a lot of different countries, and we'll be able to ship, like 10 at a time. So the shipping will be not as expensive.
Yeah, I have a lot of, as far as like speaking engagements and stuff, I have a lot of different connections. So I can always get those connections to you and try to get Extreme Motus out there more. I'm all about helping everybody and anybody. I love doing that. So I'm willing to do that for you guys.
No, that's awesome. Sam and I have done a couple speaking engagements as well. And we have a couple coming up in the future. We've got to figure out what we're going to say.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool to people see us on TikTok and they reach out and they're like, we have this group that's meeting. Do you want to come and speak about inclusion or, being idiots on TikTok? Like that. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Because we, a big part of our thing is we want to show off this wheelchair, but the other half of that is we just want to show people that it's to be dumb. Yeah, we want to show people how to be dumb. We want to show people that it's so, like, that we're friends and that we're having a good time. And I'm the kind of person that I have 2 kids, and I want to make sure that they understand what inclusion is, and let them know that if there's kids in your school that are different than you in some way, invite those kids to your birthday party. Like, be their friend, because I like spending time with Sam more than any of my other friends. More fun together than anybody. So I want my kids to understand that. And I was talking to somebody the other day. She goes, my kids are like 16 years old. She has twin boys, and they're super talented. One of them has perfect pitch. Yeah. You can, like, ring a bell and he can tell you what the note is. If you ring 2 bells at the same time, he can tell you the 2 bells that, like, he's a genius. He's a musical savant. Yeah. And he's never been invited to a friend's birthday party.
Oh, man.
That's, like, super sad. So that we're, like, trying to, like, just educate people to me, inclusion is just a fancy word for normal. Just treat people normal.
And
exactly.
He has fake eyes.
Yeah, this kid is blind
and
he has prosthetic eyes.
His mom said, Sam, do you want to see me take my son's eyes out? And I'm like, no.
It's scary.
It was not the best day at the
I thought it was cool.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, inclusion is so important, especially nowadays with, like, everything going on in our society. It seems like we're just, like, dividing bit by bit, and we forget that we're human, but we also need each other, And that's something that I feel like Sam especially is trying to bring together, is that unity and that inclusion, and that we should love ourselves regardless of what we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Sam, what advice would you give those that would like to get on TikTok and just have a good time or like have fun? What would you say to them?
If you are 16, not 41, do it.
Hey, that's good. I like that. I like that.
You know, if you TikTok is a really cool place for organic growth right now.
Yeah.
Probably the best place. Like a lot of people say, well, I already do Facebook and I already do Instagram, but those places are so like built out already. It's really hard to get noticed.
Yeah.
So if there's probably something really interesting about everybody who's listening, that they have something that's interesting. They might feel that it's not interesting because it's normal to them. But if you go and start posting about that on TikTok, you're going to find other people who are interested in it.
Yeah.
And I think you'll probably be surprised at how many views you get. Because I know I have been. Sometimes I've looked at I've made a video and I was like, this isn't anything special. I'm just going to delete this. But I decided to post it anyway. And we've gotten like 2 million views off a video that I almost threw away.
Yeah.
So just post it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It can be a little addicting, but
yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
it is.
And then what advice would you give those that are currently struggling right now, trying to, I guess, be happy with themselves, you know?
I don't know.
I think that's something that everyone struggles with once in a while, is how to be happy all the time. It seems like impossible goal, but I think one thing that happens a lot is you just sit around too much. Like you got to get up and go outside and go on a hike and get in the sunshine and get in the green spaces.
Yeah.
And I think that helps a lot. I know that helps me when I go outside.
I know it helps me too. I usually go outdoors for a run every morning. So I usually go out there really early in the morning and do my jog and do a little quick workout, and it helps you, it gives you that jolt to kind of start the day, you know?
You ever have days where you skip your run and find that it just derails everything for the rest of the day?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. It's those days where you're in bed and you're like, man, I don't want to get up, and you're like, I gotta get up anyways because I got all these emails and this work, and you're like, let me just take 30 extra minutes, and 30 extra minutes turns into an hour, and then you can't get up.
Right.
So where can you?
Yeah,
Where can everybody find you? Like, where can they, I guess contact you and see more of Sam and his adventures, and
the
where can we find you guys?
Is on TikTok. We're at Extreme Motus on TikTok. But if you don't do that, we're on Instagram and Facebook. Just search for Extreme Motus and you'll find us.
And please make his phone go crazy.
Sure, give me a call. Happy to chat.
Yeah, yes. Sam says, to blow up his phone. So I don't know if a lot of people will do that, but
No.
I mean, we'll see, right?
Let's see.
Not my phone. Ryan's phone.
Thanks.
Well, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to be on here, and you guys are wonderful. What you guys are doing is amazing, especially Sam. Keep it up, you guys, because I see a bright future ahead, and I hope you're able to expand this globally to where you can just go and ship it and not have to worry about the cost and the hardship of having to send it out. And hopefully all those emails you get from around the world turns into something special, which I feel like it will eventually. It's just going to take time.
Yeah, I think so. It's the perfect wheelchair for a lot of people. They just need to know that it's out there, and it can change lives for sure.
Yeah, we need to know. We need to let them know that it's accessible. It's out there. So that's hopefully one of our goals is to get it out there, and and hopefully you'll be able to get more speaking engagements, and of course I'll send you some connections your way that I know that might benefit you and Sam, which that'll be one of my goals. So if I can help any way that I can, I will. So I'm here for you guys.
Appreciate that.
Definitely. Thank you guys. And to wrap up the show, you guys can find this podcast on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Red Circle, and every other major podcasting outlet out there. And as I always say, and I'm going to modify this because I have Ryan and Sam. If we can do it, so can you.
That's right. Thanks, David.
Thanks.
You're welcome, guys.